Welcome back to Storytime Saturday. Today we're going to be reading one of my favorite Valentine's Day stories ever. It's called The Runaway Valentine, written by Tina Casey, illustrated by Teresa Smythe. In the Big O-Matic card shop was a long, tall, gleaming golden rack full of the most beautiful, the most fabulous, the most, dare we say it, awesome Valentines you ever saw in your whole life. There were Valentines that could dance, Valentines that could sing, Valentines that could spell out your name in puffs of pink and purple smoke, and even Valentines that could pop up and plant a big one right on your kisser. The most gorgeous Valentine on the whole rack was a guy named Victor. He had the lace, the glitter, the sparkles, and he could sing 20 different love songs when you pushed a secret button on his belt. He had everything. I'm the best! Everything, that is, except for maybe a little patience. On Valentine's Day, bright and early in the morning, Victor was ready. "Hey, me first!" he shouted. "Me first! Somebody's gonna buy me first because I'm the best Valentine of all time!" Victor was so excited he cut to the front of the rack, elbowed another Valentine aside, lost his balance, and fell. Yikes! The shopkeeper didn't notice him. His broom swept Victor under the rack into a pile of dust. Oh, rats! All day long, Victor sat under the rack, waiting. Someone would notice him sooner or later. How could they miss? But by mid-afternoon, almost all the other Valentines were gone. "Oh, somebody will pick me up soon," he said out loud. "Are you kidding?" said a big, shiny Valentine. It had a built-in, light-up mirror, and it was sitting right over Victor. "Have you taken a good look at yourself lately?" Victor looked up and saw his reflection. He was a mess! There was dust in his lace, and there was grit in his glitter. His secret button had popped off and he couldn't sing. Not even a note. Oh no! But Victor wasn't ready to give up. "Oh, what's a little dust and grit?" he said. "There must be somebody out there who wants me." Victor brushed himself off, hiked up his lace, and marched out of the store. Actually, Valentines can't march. The only way they can move quickly is by turning cartwheels. So, he did a kind of marching cartwheel out of the store. Victor cartwheeled all the way down the block, but nobody picked him up. Finally, he had to stop. A big puddle of icy cold water blocked the way. He was tired, bent, and tattered. "Look what I did to my corners," he moaned. "Ugh, but somebody must still want me." Just then, a girl picked him up. "Hey, this is great," she said. She very gently and carefully bent Victor into a kind of scoop shape. She used him to push a big, beautiful marble out of the puddle. Ooh. "There you are," she said, giving the marble to her little brother. "Now keep it in your pocket until we get there." She dropped Victor back where she had found him. "Now I'm all soaked from here to there and I'm curvy in all the wrong places," Victor wailed. "But somebody must still want me." Just then, a boy picked him up. "This is terrific," he said. He very gently and carefully tore off Victor's lace. "Hey!" He used it to tie a broken strap on his backpack. "This ought to hold it until I get there," he said. He dropped Victor back where he had found him. "My beautiful lace is all gone!" Victor cried. "But somebody must still want me!" Just then, a woman picked him up. "Oh, this is wonderful," she said. She very carefully and gently tore off the wet part. Then she went into a phone booth and made a call. "Okay, I have a piece of paper right now," she said. and she started to write all over Victor with a pen. "Hey, be careful, lady!" That's 3 blocks down Main, 2 blocks to Dallas, number 612. Oh, that's easy to remember. I'll be there in a flash. She dropped Victor back where she had found him. "Ugh, I'm covered with graffiti," sniffed Victor. "But somebody must still want me." Just then, a man picked him up. "Oh, this is fine," he said. He very gently and carefully folded Victor into a little square and tucked him into the back of his shoe. "That blister was really hurting me," he said. "This ought to make it feel all right until I get there." "Ugh! I can hardly breathe in here!" The man walked 3 blocks down Main to the light, turned right, and went 2 blocks to Dallas. He stopped in front of a big apartment building. "Huh, I'd look pretty silly showing up with an old piece of cardboard in my shoe," he said. He pulled Victor out and dropped him under a bush. "I'm all wrinkly and creased and smudged and frazzled," said Victor. "But somebody must still want me." And just then, a little squirrel came along. "Hey, this is lovely," said the squirrel. She began to nibble all around Victor's edges. She nibbled and nibbled until she had gathered a big pile of cardboard fluff. "This will make my nest all warm and toasty," she said. "I'll come back for the rest later." There was nothing left of Victor but a little round piece of pink cardboard covered with red glitter. There wasn't even enough left for him to cry. "Nobody will want me," he thought to himself. "I'm no good for anything anymore. Maybe if I'm lucky, some aunt will take me home and use me for a coffee table." Just then, a little girl picked him up. "Hey, this is perfect," she said. She carried Victor into the big apartment building. She carried him all the way up to the 6th floor on the elevator. She opened the door to number 6H and went inside very, very quietly. She carried Victor into the kitchen and put him on the table. She took out a pair of scissors and a bottle of glue. Victor was afraid to look. From a secret spot in the bottom of a drawer, she took out a little Valentine that she had made all by herself. She very gently and carefully trimmed Victor into the shape of a heart and pasted him right in the middle. Then she carried the Valentine into the room with all the people. "Happy Valentine's Day, Grandma!" she said to her grandmother. And everyone said it was the greatest, most terrific, finest, most wonderful, loveliest, and by far the best Valentine they had ever seen in their whole entire lives. I've still got it. Thank you for listening to Storytime Saturday. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button.